Alright guys, right now I'm in the market. It's called fetish market here in Cotonou. I'm just walking around to see what's going on. Alright guys, good morning. Maybe there's a lot of noise here, I don't know, but today is my first day in Cotonou, Benin. Literally, before I start saying anything, it is very, very humid and very hot around here. Anyway, I came here from Lomé yesterday, and literally it wasn't as easy as you might have thought. I didn't even know that there were in between Lomé and Cotonou, there's no buses, it's only taxis. And those taxis, they're not organized. They line up on the main road called Boulevard. Every 300 meters, there's a bunch of taxis. So you kind of get in, and when it's full, they go. But the question was, when is it gonna be full? Rather than saying, choosing a place that they go once at a time, no, everybody put their own cars in the corner and try to find a customer. And maybe this guy might have one, the other guy might have two, the other one might have one. So it's gonna take a lot of time before you leave. That's what happened to me. The journey, instead of 3 hours, it took me about 7 hours. Lord have mercy. Anyway, I'm here now. I got to Cotonou late afternoon. I couldn't do anything. I got up and now I started my vlogging. I'm in the neighborhood now. I don't even know anything about it. I'm gonna start running my camera, and my first round will be to go to the market, the local traditional market called Dantokpa market, or maybe I might pronounce it badly, I don't know, but it's a very big, well-known marketplace in this city. So I'm gonna start walking down the road. Hopefully I will not be harassed like it is usually in West Africa. As I always say, it's like you're walking around the mine. You don't know who's gonna complain. But I'm gonna start walking down the road and try to film myself and go to the marketplace and run my camera on around. Do not expect me to be walking with my camera, vlogging camera, just because a lot of people don't understand when the camera is facing you. They think the camera is facing them. That's the issue I always get in West Africa. So vast majority of the time I will be behind the motorbike and behind my camera, and that way everything will be all right. I don't even know where that market is. I'm gonna ask, because they have a lot of motor taxis here. I'm gonna try to grab one motor taxi, drive me around to the, drive me around to the traditional local market. Wish me luck. This is Visual Poet again in Cotonou. I'll be here for a few days and try to film all the highlights, and from there I'm gonna head to Accra. Hopefully that's my aim. It will be a long bus ride. Peace and love, Visual Poet. I know, this is a wonderful place, but the thing is, it is hot, really hot. Alright guys, have a wonderful time.
Là où je veux vous déposer là, c'est rapide quoi. Sinon les policiers là.
Ah ok. Je comprends. Il faut m'avertir avant qu'on arrive. Hein.
Ok.
Alright guys, we're here. This is Dantokpa market. He told me this is, over there. This is the entrance of the marketplace, so I'm gonna start heading down there right now. Alright guys, see you in a minute. As I said, I'll probably be walking without saying much because of the situation. I cannot be pointing the camera at myself. Somebody might mistakenly thinking I'm filming them. Have a wonderful time. Peace and love.
Dantokpa Market, or simply known as Tokpa. It is the largest open market in West Africa, located in Cotonou, Benin. It is one of the most important retailing areas in Benin, covering over 20 acres. It is also economically important for the country, with a reported commercial turnover of over $2 million a day, not taking note of whatever else is taking place under the table, like cash handling with no receipts. In Africa, that alone can be even more than the official report of that $20 million a day. This marketplace can be frustrating and chaotic experience for an African and non-African alike, but I believe that every traveler should visit this market. You can find many things here, from food, fabrics to handcrafts, and more. And it took me a couple of days to cover it all.
Okay, anybody you see in yellow, the motor taxis. Anybody in yellow, the motor taxis with helmets on, because that's the must. You have to be in yellow and the helmet on.
It doesn't mean that the prices are the best. There are smaller and sometimes newer markets for that, and they are called here Nouveau Marché, and I will visit some of them later on in this week. But still, this Dantokpa market will make you have a very good feeling about the daily life of the locals, and that's what my videos are all about. Like we said in French, la vie quotidienne africaine. I love visiting outdoor markets when I travel and wherever I go. And this, being West Africa's largest market, made it too tempting not to visit. It is sprawled over several acres, offering electric mix of goods that range from vibrant textile and handcrafted jewelry to fresh produce and exotic spices. The air in this market is filled with the sounds of haggling vendors, honking cars, beeping motorcyclists, and not to forget that the tormenting aroma of the local street food, making it a must visit for tourists looking to dive into the local culture. Here you can witness the hustle and the bustle of daily life as locals shop for their everyday needs, allowing visitors to immerse themselves in an authentic Beninese experience. It is advisable to bargain when making purchases, as is a common practice in local markets, not only here but also all over Africa. Additionally, engaging with a friendly vendors can lead to delightful conversation and a deeper understanding of Beninese culture. Is this the biggest or the largest market in Africa comparing to Mercato in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, which I also visited years ago? Well, I don't know, but the jury is still out on that. The best time to visit this market is early in the morning, just before noon, and in the late afternoon, just before the sunset, because it is cooler at those times. Is it busy? Sure it is, and nowhere I have been able to walk undisturbed. That was also expected. The seemingly endless Grand Marché of Dantokpa is Cotonou's throbbing heart. Bordered by the lagoon and Boulevard Saint-Michel, everything under the sun can be purchased here, from fish to soap, exotic spices, plastic sandals to goods, pirated old and outdated DVDs to spare car parts, Not to forget flash drives and more traditional fare such as batik and Dutch wax clothes with the vibrant colors of the textile and crafts can also be found in the market buildings. But the most interesting part of it all for me in this marketplace, which I have been advised not to leave town before visiting it, is the voodoo market, or marché de fetish as it is known by the locals. The fetish market section is at the northern end of the larger market. The unsavory smell of rotten animals' parts, damp and molded items will greet you before entering the section. This market sells anything associated with voodoo and voodoo rituals or fetish, including varieties of three-part, dry plants, and dry animal parts, particularly skins, heads, hoofs, anything from duck to turtles, and from horses to dogs and monkeys. Live snakes and rats often make an appearances here, as does potion dough, potion liquid, and potion powder. You can also find a hand-carved wood for pounding those traditional medicine. All fetish items will likely be handed to you wrapped in clothes or use old newspapers, so your hands will not directly touch your purchase.
Alright guys, right now I'm in the voodoo market. It's a called fetish market here in Cotonou. And right now I'm just walking around to see what's going on. They have a lot of different stuff that I don't even know what they are. So as you see here, but anyway, the deal is when you come in, you know, when you come in, they ask you to pay if you want to walk around, or if you want to do video, you have to pay. So I did pay in the entrance. So I was telling the guy, if I pay, you have to have a proof. He said, don't worry. He said to me to walk around without, you know, anything. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just walking around.
And it didn't take long for things to fall apart. Each step I took was met by a screaming seller not to point my camera at him or to his store, although I did pay to film.
Okay. C'est pas facile, hein? Ok. Tu vas sauter un peu. Ah ouais. Tu vois quelque chose qui te gêne. Ok. 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 Encore. Alright guys, honestly it's not worth it because I pay at the door over there. The guy took $20 from me, but every single store somebody else is complaining, saying I cannot film. But he took the money, he kept coming to every store to talk to them. But anywhere you move, they say, oh, don't take my picture, you can take this, you can. It's too much hassle, it's not worth it complaining, I gotta get out of here. Anyway, the few things I film is okay, you know, it's Africa, man. This kind of marketplace should be promoted, but they don't have sense of promotion. You know, it's called fetish or voodoo market. They have some kind of beautiful African traditional market here, but you cannot film anything. It's a shame. Okay, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna go home. You know, this whatever I took is enough. Okay, guys, have a wonderful time. This is Bujal Poet at the voodoo fetish marketplace in Cotonou. Okay, bye.
Dantokpa market is not just a market. It is an experience that encapsulates the spirit of Cotonou. It is also a cultural landmark that embodies the essence of Cotonou and its people. This bustling marketplace is a treasure trove of local goods, an unforgettable experience for tourists. If you get a chance to encounter a friendly vendor eager to share his or her story with you and his products, making it an excellent opportunity for cultural exchange, jump on it right away. But in my case, I was not that lucky because most of vendors here or anywhere in West Africa are primarily camera shy, and I am always working hand in hand with my camera. With that, I will end my today's visit and will see you tomorrow at Cotonou's city tour. If this is your first time here, please like and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe because many more videos on the way. Thank you.